Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the next arc. I'm not actually going to reveal the name just yet. If you're
How
new
dare
here,
you?
welcome to the Legit Weebs channel. My name is Zero. To the left side of your screen is my pet dog Kiwi, and to the right side is my fishy assistant Serby. Say hello, guys.
Y'all. Hello.
Sushi. Hi.
What?
Perfect. Now, this is a great time to
You
get
want
into
to eat me?
the uniqueness of our channel, which is the fact that Kiwi, my friend here, has a neurological condition known as a tic. So, she might say some weird random stuff completely unrelated to whatever is going on, or maybe very related because she's triggered by stuff. So yeah, if you mind it, then this channel probably isn't for you, but if you don't, then welcome to the channel.
I'm a Twitter user with a neurological. I cannot say that.
Neurological.
But yeah, there might be a few words that we avoid saying and stuff because we know that they're trigger words for Kiwi. If we talk weird, just know that it's because of that. Don't feel bad for laughing, because sometimes Kiwi's tics have really good comedic timing. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's better to laugh
Because
with us than to
I do
Oculus
not
in
have-
silence.
Yeah, because normally I do not have a good comedic timing. I'm depressed that my tics are better than me. I should just let them take over.
Today we'll be beginning
Oh
a
no,
new
that
arc
would be a horrifying Kiwi.
by the name of Koimonogatari.
I've heard that before. I don't know what it means.
That's the Nadeko arc, is it not?
I will not confirm or deny. It's called Koimonogatari. I mean, you guys know some Japanese, so what do you think it means?
Love. It means love.
Yes.
Or it's a fish.
Love or fish.
Love or fish.
Since I've heard someone say that like
hope
Koimonogatari is
I hope it's
Nadeko's
about
arc,
me.
is Nadeko's arc, so I'm guessing that it's Nadeko. That doesn't make any sense. I thought we were going to go through everything that happened to Araragi before he came to save Hanekawa and not just jump to Nadeko. I thought Nadeko's arc would be right after.
I mean,
I'm not ready to
Monogatari is
cry.
known for keeping things in chronological order.
What do you guys think? Love story, who is this going to be about? It doesn't really make sense to be about Nadeko, does it? Right?
Senju Gohara?
Maybe Nadeko
maybe.
falls in love with her imaginary snake. This is like Kiwi's imaginary ex.
Oh my god.
Stevie, maybe we'll finally get that ugly opening where Kaiki and Senju Gohara sing together. You remember the one?
Y'all
wish that
don't
was a
appreciate
meme
that
opening.
opening. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
It is beautiful. I don't disagree.
Yeah, it just sounds so beautiful that it sounds disgusting.
Oh, and by the way, guys, of course, if you're new here, I forgot to say that I've watched the entirety of the Monogatari series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. But Kiwi and Serbi here only know some things because, well, it's hard to be completely blind since they're weebs and they're on the internet. But yeah, they're going into this
Yeah,
relatively blind.
Toothbrushing scene is something that I have seen.
Yeah, I think every weeb that's been on the internet has at least seen a gif of that.
And I've heard Nadeko's opening but Bakugo version of it.
Oh my god. Can we just forget about that?
Never.
If you haven't noticed by the length of this video, we do full-timer reactions, and we have very lengthy discussions. Actually, I don't know if it's going to be a lengthy discussion, but it usually
watch
is.
our discussion just be a few minutes long.
5 minutes long. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up your own copy of the episode in another tab, and you'll sync it up with the timer that will appear within Kiwi's hands at the end of my countdown. And yeah, then we can watch the anime in full quality together. With all of that out of the way, I'm going to start the episode in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's Kaiki.
Recognize those abstract eye-piercing shapes anywhere. I can't talk.
You usually can't.
Nope, I'm
Oh, yeah.
on brand.
Small hint.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you guys probably know this, but the beginning of every arc is very important for the thematic setup.
What?
Impossible, right?
Where's Oki? I want Oki to tell me. So, I see.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense when Nadeko would be here as well. It's time for NTR.
Oh my god. Let's go!
Oh yeah,
no.
it is. It is, Serbia.
The greatest OP ever. I've been trying to find it, but this art style doesn't really reference a particular anime. It's just an age of anime, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just kind of an era.
Yeah. Also, that barking in the background is Batman. No, not the Cape Crusader. It is Servy's dog.
Oh, it looks like Ashton or Joe.
Yeah, I think the anime back then kind of had like this grainy feel to it. And you said that Kaiki was singing in the version that you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The OP will change later on.
I see.
I can't
It was
exactly hide
Kaiki
that from
and
you since you
Senju
heard
Gohara
that
singing.
first, but yeah.
It was Senju Gohara and Kaiki singing their souls out, but it sounded so bad.
What do you mean? Kaiki is an amazing singer.
I like these noodle worms.
Yeah, they're definitely noodle worms.
Mhm.
Do you think that if people from the past that had like that type of art style looked at the anime today, they would say like everyone has like the same style, everyone looks the same, just as I do for the old stuff?
Yeah, they've been saying.
Yeah. And once again, like, since we're seeing this from Kaiki's perspective, we get to see how he views people. It's really interesting, actually.
Oh wow. Truly interesting, yeah. Okay, so weird.
That's why he's the best. Maybe. I don't know. Oh.
Sensual.
I like how she just flows with it.
Oh. Batman just busted my ears.
Yeah.
What? I didn't even hear it though.
Yeah, his bark was very echoed through the mic.
Oh no.
I mean, he's a busty puppy. Every time we record Monogatari, Batman is here.
Well, obviously, he's in Turpy's room.
He's always the loudest when we record Monogatari.
My apartment is open, therefore there's nowhere he can be that won't reach the microphone. Unless
I don't
I
mind him.
trapped him in the bathroom or something, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't mind him. It's just that he's always the loudest when we record Monogatari.
He has the most to say.
Yeah.
I don't think it's related, but he has the most to say.
I mean, our
Yeah.
viewers probably don't hear Batman barking that often because we have a good editor, you know? But I love how Kaiki just lies about everything. And then because of his lie, he's got to buy a ticket to Okinawa. Damn it. And I love his music so much. It's just so funny.
I mean, everything about Kaiki's character is just kind of funny. He's that like very serious character, but not played as like a serious character, which is just humorous.
Yeah, sure. What? No. Never.
What does that mannequin look like? Grandpa Max from Ben 10 with a mustache and glasses.
It does.
I don't remember how the grandpa from Ben 10 looks like.
He looks pretty much like that, but with glasses and a mustache.
Senju Gohara is such a clown.
What do you mean, Senju Gahara? That's Sensho Gahara.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Both of them are clowns.
It's a good look for Kaiki. I like it.
It is.
It's a good look for Senjo too.
Yes, it is.
God, the colors in this set though are killing me.
You don't even. You
what
don't
do you
even
mean
know the
it's
half
Gordon
of it.
Ramsay approved?
There's no human that I cannot deceive. Okay.
Damn. Oh.
No, that's actually adorable.
Good use of framing. But Monogatari's framing is always top tier.
Pocket stapler.
I don't want to be stabbed either. Relatable.
I see.
I told you she'll be involved.
I mean, you could kind of say that. What are you laughing at, Servi? This is a very serious conversation.
No, you did it.
Sus.
Kaiki just looks like he's on vacation, and it's kind of beautiful.
If he asks who is Kaiki, I am Suzuki, I'm going to love him. God.
Oh, he's changed. New mustache.
Did she change her glasses?
I said that.
Yes.
Mustache.
Kaiki also changed his shirt. And the entire cafe also changed.
I feel like at this point, Kaiki's just a compulsive liar. He doesn't even mean to or want to do it.
Perhaps. Oh, I mean, he didn't meet her personally.
A victim of one of your victims.
The victimization continues. All the way to the point where Sengoku just victimizes herself. Oh. Oh, good. Delivery is on point. Oh, and I feel so guilty.
I feel like you can kind of just assume that he means the opposite of whatever he says.
Perhaps. You must harbor an inner demon when listening to Kaiki. But at that point, you might also already have fallen for his trap.
Mm. He actually means everything he says. And he was, in fact, here all along and waiting for Senjukahara at the airport.
Mm.
Five or more lolly sleeps. Oh no.
We almost had enough in Oni.
Oh yeah, and currently Hachakuji is dead this time.
Oh, well, I'm glad you realized this.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry. Are you okay?
Why are you asking if Serbi is okay? Did I do something?
Oh, you're reminding her of Hachikuji.
Oh, oopsie. I'm
We've
sorry,
agreed not
Serbi.
to talk
I didn't
about
mean
this.
to.
I like this mustache. It's good. Strong Waluigi vibes.
Oh, I can see
That is true.
I can see that this was Kian's favorite pair of glasses. They're
What?
red and green
Why is that Keen's favorite?
because Kian loves red and green.
Is Kian Santa for some reason? What?
I feel like I'm being lied to, but I have no proof otherwise.
Someone of Kaiki's caliber. No.
This is so wholesome. Oh, deserved it. Deserved it. She
The
deserved it.
reversal. Aren't you glad that this airport has a room specifically for reflecting on your own thoughts? No da.
It has declined. He likes the color red, but has no affinity for green and red. I do like this just rotating mirror thing.
I like anything that Kaiki's a part of. No da. Mm-hmm.
I forgot how long Kaiki's tie is, but now I have remembered that it's beautifully long.
Let's go! My cheeks hurt so much from smiling.
Oh, I was hoping that Kaiki would sing the ending.
Oh my god. I can't even imagine.
I love Kaiki. Kaiki's cool.
Kaiki is great. This was basically just an episode of two of my favorite characters talking.
Basically, yeah.
In silly outfits. I love it.
And
spilling drinks in other people's faces.
like every time I rewatch this episode, there's just more and more that I catch from like the framing and the cinematography and the symbolism they show with each and every shot in their conversation. It's just so good. There's so much foreshadowing. And I feel like this arc, they really put their whole into it because of, well, I won't say.
Hey, we're getting every character in this ED.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually,
Why.
now I can draw more characters in the ED style for the thumbnails.
Yes, is that?
Hitagi and
Yes, this is called Hitagi End.
Shijogohara's arc then?
Yeah, Senjukahara Hitagi.
The character that it says the arc belongs to really
also
matters.
Shinobu time, yes, and Mayoi Jiangxi, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hitagi End isn't ominous at all.
I don't know, if they kill Senjukahara off too, I quit.
I don't think
Bro.
they will, Serbi. They still have to say Kaiki and Senjokuhara still have to sing together.
That was the first episode of Koimonogatari. So, what did you think? How was the setup for this arc going for you?
It was awesome. I
Kind of a
enjoyed it a
vibe.
lot.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the most rewatched arcs for me personally. It's not exactly like my favorite arc, but everything is just done so incredibly well. And the fact that we're getting this arc from like Kaiki's perspective, and it being just so incredibly unique, and you not knowing whether what he's saying is the truth or a lie, is just there's just so much going on here, and it's really fun to start like picking and theorizing about. Especially when I was watching this for the first time, this was just blew my mind. And Kaiki's little thing here with all the Torii gates, funny enough, like we mentioned the Torii gates and stuff being used as symbolism in previous arcs. And Kaiki, whenever he goes into like his little mind palace thing, it's just a bunch of Torii gates. Well, what do you make of it?
I guess if we want to take it literally, it would kind of see that he kind of sees himself as the between reality and the spirit realm.
But I mean, he's a fake, right? He isn't actually like an actual exorcist or anything like that. Oh, actually, let me change to the discussion scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you guys can see what we're looking at, right? And hopefully YouTube doesn't strike us down for being heretics.
Oh.
This is probably one of the most engaging intros, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's just one of the most fun too. Honestly, I'm excited to see you go through one of the later Danganronpa games now, because one of my favorite characters is known for being a liar.
Yes.
You can't tell if he's telling the truth or not.
I believe their name is Kokichi. Yes.
Maybe.
I'm actually quite interested to like compare the two and whether they share any similarities or not. I just love this opening with Kaiki just warning us and the viewers to not believe everything that he says, and then the moment that we don't believe him, we've already fallen for his trap. It's like, I love Kaiki's form of deception, where he outright says that, yeah, I'm a con man, and everything that I say is a lie, and that's exactly how he gets you with his lie.
Yeah, well, this like for me is weird again, because that's exactly what Kokichi does too.
Oh my god, this character.
I'm a liar after all.
But then it turns out that he's actually telling the truth the whole time. Whoa.
I think that's always been the thing for me. For a good liar character, it has to have a mix of truth and lie, like a good even mix, because otherwise it does become predictable.
Well, yeah.
I can't wait for Kokichi's free time events.
Oh my god. But I mean, yeah, like to tell a good lie, you kind of have to mix in a little bit of the truth in there, right? To make it sound believable enough.
And you have to mix up the pattern enough. Like, it's not just a percentage, I suppose, as much as just kind of how they tell it.
Oh, damn, I should learn from Kokichi and Kaiki how to lie properly.
But yeah, we start off with like shots of stuff like math, Einstein, and then we just immediately cut to like optical illusions. And I love how this sets up like, oh yes, we start off with hard facts, but then the hard facts, the truths that you believe in, might not be true because they're just how you perceive them, right? I don't know. I love it so much. Can you tell how much I love this arc?
Yes, we can. You're such a Kaiki fanboy.
Well, Kaiki best waifu, obviously.
I bet that if you got a chance, you would buy yourself like a body pillow of Kaiki just stripping.
Yes, I would. Without hesitation. No matter how much it costed me. Actually, I shouldn't say that because there probably exists one.
You have to have one that's just Kaiki, but he still has his really long tie, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I want that. I want like a physical tie popping up out of the
yeah, you just tie a really long tie around the pillow.
Yeah.
With each and every new perspective that we get, we also get a interesting representation of the extra characters that we've kind of noticed have told us about the character's perspective more than it does about like the extras, right?
Yeah.
So like back with Nadeko, it was like she viewed everybody as basically like abstract shapes, just colored circles. And Araragi just kind of ignores him when he's telling his story, right? But Kaiki views them as this, like,
yeah,
only their faces are kind of like masked off. What do you think of that?
Maybe he tries not to remember the faces of the people that he can probably scam, because if you don't remember the face or like the expressions of the people that you scammed, maybe you don't feel as bad. But it kind of breaks apart when we go to like the bathroom scene. He just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Well, he does give a fuck about one thing.
I'm not actually sure what it could mean.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is up for interpretation to us as the audience as to why he views people like this.
When like it was passing by and I saw the guy's face, I thought it was a boiled egg in color dipping, but it's not.
Well, what about you, Serby? You have any ideas?
I kind of like Kiwi's theory of, like, usually when people are trying to lie or take advantage of people, you kind of disassociate the face from the person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of as well. It's just that...
Did Kiwi cut out, or did I just lose people?
No. I said that and then this moaned in a dissatisfied way.
What? Oh, okay. Well,
no, it's just that I'm not sure, because the way that, I mean, Kaiki is a liar, right?
Yeah.
And like when they were in the cafe, so that's why I'm confused. When they were in the cafe, right, and Sejugahara put herself out there, like, I'll give my body to you to pay it off, right? Kaiki splurted coffee all over her face. But then in the bathroom, while he was having an existential crisis, he was saying that he doesn't care about her, everything that he did about her, to her, right? So when I look at the faces, that's like what I think about. He's trying to dissociate like his feelings and everything because he's a liar and a scammer, so he doesn't feel bad about it. But then when you look at the dialogue in the bathroom, he just confuses me even more. So I have a hard time like going with it, right?
Yeah.
It's confusing me.
Well,
is what I'm trying to say.
We've seen examples of this back when Kaiki was introduced in Nisei.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the cinematography wanted to show us that people aren't just like dark and light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, even in that room where Karen confronted Kaiki, the entire room was just that. And then, as we remember, like, the colors and stuff were warping around Kaiki. And that was to show that, yeah, people aren't just good or evil. I don't think you can classify Kaiki as just being an absolute liar, and he himself says that once you believe that he is 100% a liar, then you've already been fooled.
I'm not saying that he is like a 100% a liar, right? I'm just saying that he confuses me because I don't know when he's lying, when he's not lying, and when he's acting when he's not.
That's the entire point of his character, right? Like, you don't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. And you don't know if he cares about Sejugahara or doesn't care. Because he says, right, in the bathroom scene, he says that, that wouldn't change the way that I live at all. I don't feel sorry about that at all. And yet, he's sitting there in the bathroom trying to find a reason to help Sejugahara. Right? Yeah,
he seems like such a good person.
It's very contradictory.
He's a hypocrite, basically. There.
Well,
I have put a label on Kaiki. Kaiki's a hypocrite.
Aren't we all hypocrites?
Yes, we are. I'm not saying that we're not.
No. No, okay, yeah. I mean, we're not hypocrites. We're just heretics. So. I feel like maybe Kaiki just sees these people as wearing masks, as in like they all are putting up false fronts, and they want to show a particular image to other people, and yet inside they're more complex than they seem to be, which is why they're showcasing with all these colors and very colorful masks and stuff.
That's similar to what we said when we said, like, kind of disassociating the face from the person. Because when you do that, you're trying to basically view the person more as an object, but you know that there's more to them than that, which is why you remove the face, because that's where you see the actual personality shine through, or their actual like character traits, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for wording it for me. Thank you.
And then I love this little game that they play, and Kaiki feels like he needs to win this game. It's just so childish. Like the two of them, right? He sees Sejugahara in the, I don't know, these grouch glasses? What would you call them? This definitely is not Sejugahara.
No,
it's Sejugahara's mask.
I'm gonna Google and see if there's a name for them.
Kaiki ends up winning because he finds the mannequin that she bought it off of, and he buys the shirt that it's wearing. This man knows what he's doing. It's just
Groucho glasses, you were close.
Groucho glasses, right? Like this entire conversation is all in this one cafe, and they're just framed on opposite sides of each other. And, oh my god, there's a gay tree.
It's missing the blue and violet though.
I've never heard anybody say that about that tree. What? Each shot always completely separates the two. I guess it's in a way to show how they don't mix well together, and yet they still have to. Well, Senjougahara has to rely on Kaiki here in order to solve the case with Sengoku Nariko.
Why did you say her own name?
I mean, I was thinking, then I said Sengoku because I couldn't remember Nariko. But then when I said Sengoku, I remember that her name is Nariko. So yeah, there you go. And then there's a lot of how should I say this? Centering. I mean, actually, if I read into it too much, I'd probably spoil it. So I'm just gonna skip over that. But it's just really good, and there's so much foreshadowing, especially shots like when I can't find it, but when Kaiki says that he'll never do it, even if heaven and earth flip over, and then they show like a reflection of them flipped over. So that's just to show that yes, Kaiki will accept the job. And I'm pointing this out because it's going to come back into play later on down the series, and you guys have really good memories, so I'm just trying to make sure that once I say it again later on, that you guys will remember this one moment.
You jab at us so fucking much.
I love the kind of act of taking what is essentially like an antagonist, or introduced as an antagonist in Nisei Monogatari. And
I mean, he was always the self-proclaimed antagonist.
The self-proclaimed antagonist from Aragi's eyes. Like, Kaiki never really wanted to present himself. Well, I wanted to present himself. Of course, he wants to present himself as being like a con man, an evil man, because that's easier to make easier to deceive other people. But all of that we saw from Kaiki was from Aragi's point of view, and Aragi has a very dark and light way of viewing the world, very much like his sisters, the Fire Sisters of Justice. When Kaiki at the end of that arc was essentially, I'm just a middle-aged man. I don't know what you want from me.
Because I'm just here at him.
This makes you think of that one scene where he's just sitting at Mr. Donut, just eating donuts. Like, I had some business here and I like to eat donuts. Well, what do you have? What? That's probably one of the most important scenes, actually, now that I think about it. To just like actually show how Kaiki really is. I love the dilemma of whether Kaiki's just like, is he a bad person that sometimes does good things, or is he a good person that sometimes is bad? I don't know.
I don't know if this is like a good comparison, but you know how in like RPGs when you're playing and then like you have like this big fight with a boss. Like a boss is like super important, right? And then you go into like a different dungeon, and then that boss is like a mob that you have to fight against in a dungeon. That's basically Kaiki for me. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, you kind of got that down, but I guess so, right? Because Kaiki was like the big bad, right? And like the way that Senjougahara framed him too, like, oh yeah, he's the one that conned me, and he's the one that caused my family to split apart. And with as little information as we had about him from the start of Nisei, that we would obviously believe that, right? That he was the root of all evil.
None of us believed that.
Well, I mean, we're smarter than that, right? Oh, 1 second. Last thing is that the very reason why he actually accepts the job is because of one character that hasn't appeared as often as we would like, for basically the entirety of second season, and that is Kanbaru. Why do you think he has such a connection to Kanbaru?
And he goes Gaien senpai.
He kind of made this weird kind of rabbit trail connection from Gaien.
Yeah.
Like Gaien to Gaien's sister to Gaien's sister's daughter.
Yep. What do you think is the relationship between Kaiki and Kanbaru? For him to accept a job that he will not make a profit from.
I really just want him to be the weird uncle. Like Kanbaru will see him and be like, "Oh, hey, Uncle Kaiki." That's what I want. Do I think that? I don't know, but that's what I want.
Kaiki is the weird gay uncle that nobody likes.
What? Why does he have to be gay?
That's not what I said at all. More than what?
If you guys are new here, Q is just weird like this. It's normal.
I am not weird. You guys are weird.
This episode was so fun. I loved it so much. And
He's
I'm
the
really
weird
excited to
Funko.
see
That's
your
my-
reactions to the rest of the series. Well, rest of the arc. Rest of the series too. But anyways,
I was gonna
guys.
say, are we just quitting here?
But yeah, if you guys made it to this part of the reaction, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, maybe subscribe. And until next week's episode, later dudes.
Bye bye.
Boy, boy.